The only reason exes come back. Very quick video, very short video, very straight to the point video. I'm going to explain you basically what makes it possible for you to get back with your ex after the jingle.
IgetMyExBack.com. Everyone deserves a second chance.
It sounds like a definite decision when you speak with them. You know, maybe you broke up with your ex before, you had those kind of we need a break, and then you got back together. That was very easy, but this time you can't really reconcile the same way. There was a stronger type of it's over, don't try to win me back, I won't change my mind, all these kind of things that we hear. And when you try to convince them, they push back even more. That's probably the case you're in right now. The common types of breakups, because that would also be a very good indicator of whether you can get back with your ex, whether there's actually a chance for you to get back together. And we start from the most foundation of a relationship to something that are sort of superficial in a way. So the top is really the structural stuff. The other one is more about context things. I'll explain you what I mean, and I'll explain you why it's so different and why there's actually an order. We're not compatible, i.e., for example, we don't have the same religions and we're religious, and so therefore we'll never get married and have kids because we don't share the same values. We're not meant to be together. Again, maybe that's a family background that's clashing. Maybe sexually it doesn't work. There's a lot of things. Maybe the attraction, maybe she or he's not your type. You deceived me. You cheated on your ex or yourself cheated on them. You lied to them. Then we change sort of about the day-to-day things. I'm bored. I have changed. So kind of life events, life crisis. You know, a lot of my clients, their wives like getting through the midlife crisis, they want to divorce because they want to do something else. You know, the kids are grown-ups and they feel like, well, no, what's my use? I want to enjoy my life. I don't feel free, these kind of things. And we can't communicate, which is really the sort of very much something that you can learn, something that you can change. We don't talk, you don't tell me what you think, all these kind of things. When the reason of the breakup is at the top, it's really hard for you. There's actually a little chance for you to get back together because it means that the problem is structural. If we go down that ladder, it's really about the context. Things can be changed. You can learn to be a better communicator. That's what couple therapy is all about. It's about helping people to discuss, helping people to share what they feel, express their needs, listening to their needs, and so on. I'm bored, I've changed. That's more of a life event. It's slightly harder to fix than just communication, but it's how you can maybe adapt, change your habit, your behavior, your lifestyle to be, because you know, we all grow and a relationship grows. It's just a question of how can we grow together rather than growing apart. You deceived me. I have a few cases of people that got back together, but one of them cheated on the other. It's really about, again, using communication. But of course, when you cheat on someone, it tells you something. Some people will never forgive, some people forgive. But it's something you can recover from. Because what you do when someone is cheating on their partner is really looking at, you know, are we ready to, you know, build 20 years from now, to share that moment 20 years from now? Are we compatible? We are meant to be together. That was just a mistake. You know, of course, people think, you know, cheating is the make or break. I need a divorce because you you cheated on me. Some people can move on. And then, you know, as we move up, as I discussed, they won't get back with you. So really assess this, and that's what I do in the quiz that I put together in the description. Is really assessing also. There's a part on the decision of why you guys broke up, whether you're compatible or not. If the reason is at the bottom is really something that can be changed, then I can help you. Then you can really try working on getting back with your ex. So how strong is your bonding? How strong your relationship? What you had cannot be taken away. Okay? And it's exactly what, when I speak with my clients, I can feel that their relationship was so unique that it's worth fighting for. And that's why I love my job. Of course, time will erode the relationship. Time will make things, will create friction. But only few relationships make us happy. If you are 40, 50, 60, you know that. If you're 30, maybe you have less reflection, you can really reflect. But this is what, that's, ask people who are 60 years old, they tell you, you can't find someone you love, you can't find 20 people that you love. And your ex knows that. Maybe they're denying this, but they know it, okay? So ask yourself this question, was it really one of those relationships? Maybe you're blind, maybe you're feeling that, it was such a passionate relationship that you don't necessarily see that relationship was different. That's really a strong foundation and things like that. Okay, now the recovery equation. I have a scientific background, that's why I do equation, even though, of course, with love is sort of facing reality. To get high chance of recovery, you need strong foundation, good timing, and good behavior. Okay, the strong foundation we assessed in the quiz, whether your relationship, as described, can be saved. It's a statistic. Sometimes people who have high score, they don't get back together. I'm going to be completely frank. But for sure, if your score is really low, it's really hard for you to get back together. Timing. Timing is essential because I've got some cases where people sort of stay in no contact for months and they expect their ex to get back together. Make sure you don't let months before reaching out. I've done videos about how no contact can be dangerous. So it's okay to reach out. It's okay to reconnect with your ex. And behavior is really working yourself. The best version of yourself. This is what you have to do right now. Again, we looked at whether that relationship, whether what you have or the reason of the breakup is structural or just temporary. Whether there's something you can change or something you can't change, right? Typical one. You're heterosexual and you're dating a woman and actually realize that you're gay. Well, you can't change your wife. You need to find a man. It's a really stupid example, but it's just to make a point. It's not stupid, but it's a really extreme example. So what are the things you can work on? Maybe it's your job. Maybe it's your habit. Maybe it's be healthier. Maybe it's really about how you can work at the communication aspect, how you can make sure that your ex feels safe, listen, you name it, being a better father, being a better mother, being more successful at work, being less hard worker. These are the things you can work on. There's so many aspects in our life that we can change. Some we can't, some of it we can. And that's what you have to work on. So can you do it? Assess today what needs to be done. Assess today what needs to be done. Really reflect, don't be too critical, but look at the things you have to do, whether, exactly as you would run a project. What are the things you need? So what do you need to do? It's not easy. It's easy to plan, but it's easy to apply. It's easy to put into action. It's really about the effort you put in. It's really effort you put in because it's often, very often, a lot of consistent tiny effort that will lead yourself to change, to transformation, and therefore to align with your ex. If you are confused, if this video doesn't make sense, if you have questions, don't hesitate to WhatsApp me. I left my phone number. If you want to just ping me, ask as many questions as you want, because sometimes we are a bit struggling whether we are doing the right things or whether it's actually worth fighting for our ex. Don't hesitate, my number is in the description and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
igetmyexback.com. Everyone deserves a second chance.